Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the Word of God. It's time for Faith to Live By with Sue Taylor.
Thank you for joining me today on Faith to Live By. This is Sue Taylor. The name of today's devotion is 2 Golden Days. It says in Scriptures in Matthew 6:34, "Do not be over anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own cares. Enough for each day are its own troubles." Now, this is an old translation from the Weymouth's Bible, but it's a beautiful, beautiful verse. Do not be over anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own cares. Enough for each day are its own troubles. I read one time that there are 2 golden days in the week, and about which we should never worry. There are 2 carefree days, kept sacredly free from fear and apprehension. One of these days is yesterday. Yesterday, with its cares and its frets and all of its pains and its aches, all of its faults, mistakes, and blunders, has passed forever beyond our recall. We cannot undo an act that we wrought, nor we cannot unsay a word that we said. All that it holds of our lives, of wrong, regret, and sorrow, it is in the hands of the mighty love of God that can bring honey out of the rock and the sweetest waters out of the bitterest desert. Except for the beautiful memories, sweet and tender, that linger like the perfume of roses in the heart of the day that is gone, we have nothing to do with yesterday. It was mine, and it was yours, beloved, but now it is God's. And the other day that we are not to worry about is tomorrow. Tomorrow, with all of its possible adversities, its burdens and its perils, its large promise and sometimes poor performances, its failures and its mistakes, is as far beyond our mastery as its dead sister yesterday. It is a day of God's. Its sun will rise, and in a color of great splendor, or behind a mask of weeping clouds. But the sun, beloved, it will rise tomorrow. Until then, the same love and patience that held yesterday holds all of our tomorrows. Except for the star of hope that gleams forever on the brow of tomorrow, shining with tender promise into the heart of today, I have no possession in that unborn day of grace. All else is in the safe keeping of the infinite love of God that is higher than the stars, wider than the skies, deeper than the seas. Tomorrow is God's day, and it will be yours, and it will be mine. So there, beloved, is left for us but one day in the week, and that's today. You know, any man or any woman can fight the battles of today. Any woman can carry the burdens of just one day. Any man can resist the temptations of one day. That's today. Oh, friends, beloved, it is when we willfully add the burdens of those 2 awful eternities, yesterday and tomorrow, such burdens as only the mighty God can sustain, that we will break down. It isn't the experience of today that drives men and women mad. It is the remorse for something that happened yesterday, or it is the dread of what tomorrow may disclose and bring. Therefore, Bob Burdett said, a great pastor and leader said, "Therefore I think and I do, and I journey but one day at a time. That is the easy way. That is man's day. Dutifully, I run my course, and I work my appointed task on that day of ours. God, the Almighty and the All-Loving, takes care of our yesterdays, and He takes care of our tomorrows." So when we say, "But Lord, tomorrow," He will say, "Did I not die for thee? And do I not live for thee? So leave me tomorrow." These, beloved, are God's days, yesterday and tomorrow. Let us resolve to leave them with Him, and let us be happy and rejoice in the day at hand. For this is the day that the Lord has given us and has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Determine to live one day at a time. Cast your care upon the Lord, for He shall sustain you, because He cares for you.
You've been listening to Faith to Live By with Sue Taylor. If you would like to write with your comments or to request a copy of this program for an $8 donation, write Sue Taylor, 10827 Highway 86 East, Neosho, Missouri, 64850. Sue Taylor is a member of the KNEO team and a keynote speaker at several church and women's events throughout the 4-state area. To book Sue for your next event, contact Sky High Radio at 417-451-5636.